Okay, so I'm going to show you real quick how to ingest into Photo Mechanic and then pull into Lightroom. First thing that you're going to do before you do anything with Photo Mechanic is create a folder. You're going to name this folder for whatever your event is so that you can recognize it, and you are going to this is where you're going to work off of Lightroom. This is where Lightroom is going to pull from. So if you pull from an external hard drive for Lightroom, that's where you're going to want to create the folder. I work off of my desktop just because it syncs faster. Once you go into the folder, you're going to create new folders. Raw, which is going to be all of the pictures you're going to back up. The next folder is going to be your cold. I also do a blog folder and a final images folder. That way the entire event is in one place and it's easy to find. And then once I'm finished all of my work, I will just transfer this over to an external hard drive and then back it up on an iCloud. So here's that folder. I've created those four inside of it. Now I'm going to put in my card and open Photo Mechanic, which I saw that you already kind of know how to get to that point. I'm going to ingest. I have two cards in my slots right now. You can see them both here. You can import more than one card at a time. By doing so, I will show you how to put them in time capture order. That way, if you're doing a wedding with four different cards, you can import them into the same destination and all of your wedding is in one place. But for now, I am just going to do one card so that it doesn't bog down my computer a little bit and it's faster to show you. The primary destination is going to be where you want these pictures to be saved, the raw and the called ones, and where you're going to be working off of in Lightroom. So I'm going to go to desktop. I'm going to click on that folder we created. I'm going to select raw because this is the overall backup, not your called pictures. Secondary slot, I always do this and I back them up on an external hard drive. I only back up the raw images on an external hard drive initially. So if you have that option, you can just create a folder here and do that. You're going to filter the files. You're going to copy both locked and unlocked photos just in case you locked a photo when you were in camera. And you're going to copy raw photos only. I only shoot in raw except for when I am doing one specific event, and in that case I do raw and JPEG, but I only copy over the raw photos. So that's it for this. Now I'm going to start ingesting. Over here you're going to see where it's copying the pictures to Photo Mechanic. When it's finished copying all the photos in, this will turn green. And you'll see them all here kind of as thumbnails. Now this will take a little while because I have 600 photos that are ingesting. So I'm not going to let it go all the way through. But when this is finished, this will completely fill and this will turn green. So I'm just going to double click on it now and stop it so that we can keep moving. See how it just shows that it canceled. I work from my last pictures forward, and the reason I do it that way is because the last picture that you take in a set is usually the best picture, so it's the most efficient way to flag your photos. So you can go from your thumbnails. Now I want to actually start these pictures. To filter that out, you're going to click this black down to this, and then you're going to hit edit, select all, and then I'm going to go over here to that folder that I created that I'm going to work off of when I go to Lightroom. And I'm going to click and drag these into that called folder. And then I'm going to exit out of this because I'm finished with Photo Mechanic. So now I'm going to go into Lightroom. And I'm going to import from that called folder. So here are my desktop folders, the called folder. See how it has just the pictures I selected? I add them to a collection. Let's say this was a wedding. I put them inside Lightroom. And the reason I do that is because I edit on the go with my iPad Pro. I add my develop settings. I have my own preset, so I just have an import preset that I use, and then I click import. So hopefully that helps you to get started. And if you have any questions, just let me know.